Yo, what up, man? It's your boy, Sisters to Suicide, age 29. Hey, yo, back with another video. Alright, so I did the ladies, right? So now we gotta do the fellas. Hey, yo, to the fellas that support Dr. Umar Johnson, I need you to do this. If you have any nephews, or you have any sons, please look at what's going on, okay? I want you to see if you will allow your kid or nephew or somebody that you look after or care about that's a male to deal with somebody like Dr. Umar Johnson. That's my test to the males that support Dr. Umar Johnson. I want you to look at the person that you care about or that you're the guardian of that's a male, a young male growing up. Would you want that kid in his class? Would you want that kid in his school? Would you want that kid in his care? Would you want that kid even under his wing? Because I know as a male, we want the best for our kids or our nephews or whatever. And if we see anybody doing anything out of the ordinary, we try to steer those kids away from that. So for all the males who accommodate, who enable, who go to bat for Dr. Umar, I would just like to ask you to really sit back and analyze what's going on and put your kid in that situation. Do you really want your kid to get his hopes up about something that looks like it would never happen? Because I know for a fact, parents who have kids in public schools doesn't tolerate teachers acting like Dr. Umar Johnson. If the teachers acted half of like Dr. Umar Johnson, you would take your kid out of that class and most likely out of that school. If the parents, if the dean, the principal, or the teachers was acting like Dr. Umar Johnson, you would take your kid out of there. So I'm just trying to figure out to the males who support, if you know that if your kid in a public school and they're promising your son something, your nephew something, and they're not delivering. They're making you pay for something that you're not getting year after year. They're using the female to will the boys in. You're gonna not only check that teacher, principal, or whoever it is. You're gonna remove your kid out of that situation. So I'm trying to figure out for the males who support him, what type of male are you? Knowing that if Dr. Umar was in a public school, you would take your kid out of that class and most likely out of that school. Or you would go to the board meeting and report Dr. Umar. But since he's not in a public school doing this, somehow you're riding along with this. Over and over, year after year. So you have to look at the males in a whole different light than we look at the females. Because as a man, the only way you can respect another man is for a man to act like a man. And Dr. Umar's not acting like a man. So I'm looking at these males that's in these videos. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with them. How are you up here supporting a man who keep telling you to donate for something you have never seen? And then you're in an abandoned building that he told you months ago that the lights will be on. When the lights start going down, you got to turn your camera phone on. You got to do this. Huh? You have to do stuff like this. You got to do stuff like this. Hold on. Why do you have to do stuff like this? Oh, hold on. Where is it? Oh. Why do you have to do stuff like this? Why? What type of men are you to allow those females to walk around Dr. Umar Johnson in the building when you got to do like this when the lights, when the sun start to go down? You got to do like this in certain parts of the school. If you're not in the auditorium where it's windows, you got to walk around the abandoned building like this. What type of man are you to even allow this and allow those females to walk next to you? What type of man are you, man? Huh? What type of man are you? I just want to ask y'all that. I really need to know that these males who keep going to these fake open visits to an abandoned building, aka ghost town, that you allow yourself, and not only yourself, but those black females to walk in there knowing that nothing's happening, nothing's progressing, that he's been lying, and he keeps begging for money instead of actually being a real man and handling his business and extending his hand to other people who can help him get what exactly he's trying to get. That's what a man would do in this situation. Okay? There's nothing wrong with trying to do stuff on your own. But when you see you need a helping hand, you're not supposed to have a too big enough ego to ask for some help. And this man is trying to play with you with this white supremacy. I ain't gonna ask for no help. I'm gonna do everything outside the box. How you gonna do everything outside the box when they make all the rules? Now, how you gonna have a building and not gonna pay no property tax on it when you don't own the land? And you probably gotta pay some tax on that because they run all of this stuff. So if you ain't owning the land, then how you gonna buy a building on the land that you don't own and think you ain't gotta pay no property tax? That makes no sense. That makes no sense at all. And y'all buying this stuff. It's ours, y'all. Yeah, it's ours. But what about all the bills that come with it? So he want y'all to pay for everything? Y'all got to keep giving him $1 million on top of, well, you know, it ain't going to be no school year this year because we ain't having enough donations to keep the school running. Come on, man. What type of man are you to allow this to keep happening, to allow these women? If you're going to be a man and go, you need to tell those women the truth. Get out of here. I'm only here to let you know this is all bullshit. Get out. Come on, man. If Umar Johnson was in a public school, you would take your kid out that school and out the classroom if he was a teacher. So if just because he's not in a public school, you're supposed to have the same mentality. What is wrong with y'all? If Dr. Umar was doing this in a public school, you would take your black child out of that school and out of the classroom if he's a teacher in that school, and you would write a letter to the board reporting this individual. So what's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with y'all, man? Come on. It's crazy out here, man. Y'all being phony out here. Stop looking for a savior. He ain't your Jesus, man. Alright? He's not the savior. He's not the end all be all. What's wrong with y'all, man, out here? Y'all acting stupid and weak. Because if Dr. Umar was, I gotta keep homing in on this. If this was a public school, you would take your kid, your black boy that you want to send to his school, you would take him out of his school. If he was in the public school doing this, promising you stuff for years and years and you ain't getting it, messing with the females, using the females to wheel the boys in, you would take your kid out of there, and you'll report him. Come on, man, wake up, man, wake up, fellas. So to that person who Deanna, who typed in my chat room like, oh, you not holding the men accountable. I am the balance keeper. I do both sides of the spectrum, males and female. You're new to this channel, so you don't know how I get down. This video was coming. I already had my mind made up when I got off. So salute to you, but I hold the men accountable too. Trust me. Trust me. Alright, y'all. It's your boy Suicide Ace 29. Talk to your soul mirror. The balance keeper. No one safe. Sisterhood. Poking the people. Anti-bully gang. Silverback gang. Lee loves the ladies. Lady loves Lee, and ladies, you are definitely lovely. Don't chase the light, let the light chase you. Come on, fellas. You ain't a real man. You ain't no man. You ain't no honest man. Forget a real man. You ain't not an honest man if you let another man take advantage of women and children, and you're sitting right there, knowing if it was in a different situation, you'll react different. Dr. Umar was in a public school. I'm going to say it one more time. None of y'all men would be in there talking about, donate, donate. No, you wouldn't. You would take your kid right out that goddamn school. And you black women would too. You would take your kid right out. You would cuss him out. You would write a letter. You would make him straighten up if he disrespect your kid the way he disrespecting him right now. Alright? Mr. Sisterhood, man. Shout out to the females. Shout out to the honest males. I ain't gonna say the real males. You gonna say the honest males. I don't care if you like Dr. Umar or not. You gotta keep it honest with him. Forget that real male. Be an honest male. And tell Umar the truth. Stop looking for a savior, black men. You are. You're supposed to save yourself. Okay? You're supposed to save yourself in your family. Not nobody else. You supposed to do that. Don't be looking in the sky. Don't be looking for no handout that so much that you think it's, oh, there's the savior. No, you gotta make it. You gotta find a way to make it and pull up your bootstraps and pull yourself up from your bootstraps and get it done, man. You. Come on, black man. Really? Y'all really doing this? Shout out to my man, keyboard magician. Shout out to Coke Up, man. Shout out to Leonard Hanna, man. And shout out to the Reverend, man. And shout out to everybody else. Oh yeah, Monty Woodgrain too. These are the men that I see making these videos. Especially when he went after Antas Bengalis, man. Shout out to y'all black men. We don't play that over here, man. We ain't trying to hear all that. Y'all being hypocritical and y'all being fake. Stop looking for a goddamn savior, black man, and save yourself. Self-preservation. Huh? That's one of the oldest rules in the book. You must save yourself. Because how you going to save everybody else if you ain't saving yourself? How you going to take care of everybody else if you're not really taking care of yourself? That's why it's okay to be selfish at times. Because you got to make sure you okay. Before you can make somebody else okay 100%. You got to make sure you are here. And you doing what you need to do for yourself, black man. So we can help out the females and the males. When we out here being weak, getting ran down by everybody else, now we leave the kids and the women to fend for themselves. Now it's okay. They got to learn how to fight for themselves if they have to. But we supposed to be right there. That's our job too. To make them feel, hey, we got somebody that got our back. Now if we ain't there, you got to you got to, fight for yourself. Okay. But if we right here, we can't just be letting that happen. We got to get our stuff together, black man. Alright? See y'all next video, man. It's your boy Suicide H29. Mr. Sisterhood, man. Brotherhood by default. Mr. Balance Keeper. Bang! Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, man. Hit the notification bell so you can get the videos. Alright? Join the Suicide Squad, Suicide Warrior Squad, all of that. Alright? Self-preservation, black man. So if you letting other people tear down your people, then what are you doing? You're useless. You're useless. You might as well be over there helping them tear it down. Huh? If you ain't gonna speak up or even join a movement or do something, then you might as well be over there with them doing it, black man. So you might as well join Dr. Umar and start using the black women and the black boys to come up if you're not gonna stay there. Crazy out here, man. See y'all later, man. It's your boy Suey. Bang.